Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today I'm going to talk about PathFund again. And I was so excited about this project, and I think that there's a lot of exciting things, new exciting things that are coming out in the near future. They have a bunch of partnerships that they think they're going to announce later today. They have a couple partnerships in the works. So pretty much like you could expect every couple of days a new partnership to be announced. So that's super exciting. They have some new marketing material, which they're going to go over some information. And yeah, I'm just super excited about this project. I talked about it recently. Remember, this is the project that's that LAUNCHPAD for other crypto projects that help, mentor, sponsor, and they also just want to make sure that everything is safe for, both the developers and the investors. So as always, this is not financial advice. This is not investing strategy. I'm not affiliated with PathFund. This is just an exciting project that was featured. James Corden actually mentioned it, and I showed my last video where he actually said the word PathFund, which I thought was awesome and strange that I didn't know all of a sudden why he just mentioned that, but he did. So yeah, I just want to talk about this exciting project. I'm a huge fan of it because if you know me, I'm all about safety, making sure that both investors and developers are, safe in this whole entire new cryptocurrency process. So let's give you guys an update today. So here we are on the website. Welcome to PathFund pre-audited cryptocurrency token launchpad. Again, I'm not gonna go over all this stuff I went over in the last video, but all you need to know is a couple things. So that launchpad with all these new tokens being launched, we need us fellow investors need to know which ones are safe to invest in. And so obviously PathFund is helping with that whole entire ecosystem. But at the same time, so that's full protection against scammers, but at the same time, also for developers, they're going to make sure that as much people can see their projects, that their projects are as secure as possible, and that they could reach such a wide audience. So I think this is an awesome company, project, team that to be honest, I'm just going to keep talking about until someone stops me. There was this post on Bitcoin Talk. I think this person is affiliated with him. I mean, they have to be in order to do this long post and these graphics. But I thought this summarized everything going on with this project. At PathFund, our vision is to mitigate ICO scams by creating the first pre-auditing, self-sustaining launchpad that also sponsors the project it launches. Again, when I think of it, I think of this kind of like a VC fund where they're, figuring out projects that have a lot of potential, mentoring them, sponsoring them, and just working with them to make sure that they reach their potential. And so I think that's an excellent idea. I'm surprised that this hasn't been done before. Maybe people have tried to do this before, but not to the scale that PathFund is doing. So about PathFund, again, thanks to whoever made this. Very easy for me to understand and for me to showcase on a video. Insufficient funding. So about PathFund. PathFund is a decentralized consulting launchpad for ICO participants. The main issues that most potential holding projects face during the launch are, and I've seen all these issues, I've been talking about altcoins for some time now. So insufficient funding, problems with gaining trust of investors. That's why I try to do these rug pulls. That's why I try to do these rug pull checks to make sure that you guys feel safe. But also a reason why I do these developer interviews, so you don't hear it from me directly, you hear it from the project owners directly about the project. Limited reach and marketing. I always say about this it's such a shame when there's an awesome project and just because they don't have a huge marketing budget to put billboards and things like that they end up going under because they can't reach that. They have a good token, good utility, but because they can't get the word out because of funds, then that sucks. So having a company like PathFund to help facilitate that is important. No guidance and therefore inability to decide the next step. Mentorship. No access to consultation or advisory from experts. Mentorship. No connections with marketing agencies, reputable personas of influence in the crypto space. Again, they are not only mentoring, but also helping sponsor, figuring out projects that have a lot of potential, and then, just trying to push them to the next, elevate those projects to the next level. I think is probably a good way to say that because, I think that's mutually beneficial for everyone. Obviously mutually beneficial for PathFund because if it's verified by PathFund, they gotta work with all these projects, potentially get in early, but also for the project themselves, they already have marketing budgets and things like that. But if they're able to work with PathFund in order to make all the right moves to be as successful as possible, PathFund already knows the steps to success. Why not emulate that with people new to the space? Because a lot of these people that are launching projects, They might know how to build a token and things like that, and like the tokenomics and specifics, but everything else that goes with the project and getting it to the consumer, I think is what their expertise is on. Strives to eliminate all these issues and provides its listing projects not only with adequate funding, marketing campaigns, large audience, but also available information and database to make their journey hassle-free, guiding them on the right path. I see what you did there. Functions of the PathFund platform: 3% redistributed to the wallet, which is later directed towards sponsored project development of PathFund. 3% is automatically added to the liquidity pool. 3% is distributed among the holders depending on the number of tokens they hold. So awesome. About PathFund's native token, again, they do have a token. They're not just a launchpad or platform. They do have a token. Path is a DeFi currency on the BSC's platform, which will not only be used to reward holders, but also provide exclusive access to pre-sales of projects launching on our launchpad. So cool. So like if you're a Path holder, you get basically opportunities to get in early with these projects. And for me, I always get weary about talking about like pre-sale because those are usually the projects that have less information. So I don't know if they're safe or not. I think, and I'm just throwing the stat out there, I assume majority of all rug pools end up being in like the pre-sale or early pre-sale phase or right after pre-sale. So these being vetted by PathFund and giving safe access to people to get in early in order to invest early and make money early, I think it's great. 30% pre-sale, 19% liquidity, 15% project development, 20% burn, 10% project contract, 6% marketing. Cool. Advantage and benefits for Path holders. Okay, this font is a little bit small even for me. Constant growth, the value of tokens. 1. 2, complete protection against scam. Makes sense. 3, constant attempt to increase the awareness around PathFund and consistent marketing. Again, like PathFund, so if you think about a project, and let's say there's a project out there, and there's like 2 or 3 people in that project, right? Maybe the developers, they're trying to do all these things. So like, let's say there's 3 people on a new projects team, right? One is the founder who's dealing with all the business stuff. So he's like getting you guys listed on exchanges, getting the word out, hiring the people, trying to deal with the money, right? And let's say there's a second member that's a developer, and he's making sure that the tokenomics are right, making sure if there's like audits and things like that, that those are complete, like all the technical mumbo jumbo that goes on with the project. And let's say if they are fortunate, they have a third member that's associated with like, maybe working with the community, maybe he's like posting on social media, getting the word out, the hype, etc. They definitely need help, right? Like that's a lot. Like launching a project, launching a token is just very overwhelming. I have zero experience, but from talking with a lot of these small projects, if they can just focus on the project and not like all this stuff that PathFund is going to step in and do with like marketing, awareness, building marketing material, things like that. They could have a social media manager, but the idea is that they're focusing on the community, answering questions, doing all these things about that's just really overwhelming. There's so much opportunity. And if PathFund comes in and says, hey, we have this structure already in place. We have these relationships in place. We have partners that you could work with from day one to make your project successful. So you could focus on your project rather than, spreading the word. I think I think that model is beneficial for everyone. Passive income, 3% of every transaction will distribute among the holders, 5% locked for a year. 6, privilege. Path holders will be able exclusive access to pre-sales and projects selected for Launchpad. Again, I don't have the time to look for all these projects. I doubt you guys have time to look for all these projects. That's why you watch YouTubers like me. So if you are spoon-fed, and again, you don't just have to pay attention to what PathFund is giving you. Obviously, do your own research. But even if a portion of all the altcoins that you invest in are coming from PathFund or the ones that you do your research on, or at least it helps guide you, and if they're at least verified, then that at least will save you time and give you, time back to do more research or learn about other potential projects. But again, any way that they could provide guidance for you guys, I think would be helpul. So again, these are the people in the company, and I think they have more, but these are the main people. Alexander, PathFund CEO, and I'm gonna butcher your name, Akeshik. That's not bad. PathFund CFO. multiple videos, TikTok advertisements. At first I was like, this is an image. How am I supposed to click on this? Because you can't click on it. You can't even copy paste it. But then someone did the work and I guess literally typed this all out by themselves. But yeah, again, check out their social media, pathfund.net, twitter.com, pathfund. You can check out their Telegram. They have a subreddit, PathFund token. They have pathfund.token Instagram, where they try to motivate you on stuff and give you guys updates. PathFund token, pathfund.medium. Their Telegram, 4,000 members. I think last time when I talked about this project, it didn't have that much. So a lot of people are getting excited about this project, even more than they were before. So definitely check it out. This is their Twitter account, which they're constantly growing. So yeah, again, check out this project. I think it's super interesting. Let me check the price for you guys because that seems like the right thing to do. Oh, there, CoinMarketCap. Again, they're on the uptrend, but only by a little bit. So if you guys are new investors, you haven't invested yet, now do your own research. But now might be an interesting time. I guess, like Path sounds really like, again, I talk about utility and things like that, and launchpads aren't, there aren't a lot of launchpads, and there are not a lot of successful launchpads. There's not a lot of launchpads being name dropped by late night show hosts. So definitely check out PathFund. At least check out the website, check out the Telegram, see how people feel about it. They've done some AMAs, so check those out if you're even a bit interested. But I do think if you look at the price, and I mentioned this last time, their price is down. So, obviously you're an early PathFund holder, maybe you're not too happy. But if you're a new investor, like myself, I always make sure I'm not blocking. New investor, like myself, now might be a good time to get in. So let me know in the comments what you think about PathFund. Let me know what you think about this whole ecosystem projects. These exciting updates. Again, they're going to talk about new partner updates in the near future. Again, a lot of exciting things, not only on that they have already done, but stuff that's coming in their roadmap. A bunch of marketing, a bunch of hiring extra developers for the platform. They're really slated to bring this out. A lot of more partnership with different agencies, a lot of marketing plans for like path launch projects. So again, very early on, I think if you get in early, I think you'll definitely reap the benefits. Again, do your own research. But again, this project is super exciting. These are these giant pictures that I, look, it looks like I'm part of the team if I look like that. But yeah, a lot of exciting things. They're audited. Of course, they're safe because they've, they've been audited. They've doxed themselves. But again, check out this project. Do yourself a favor. Go to pathfund.net. Learn about it. And, again, I definitely see, even if you don't invest in PathFund now, I definitely see in the future, you're most likely going to be investing in a PathFund launched project in the future just because of how much eyes and popularity this is gaining. So let me know in the comments what you think, but I'll catch you guys later.